Okay, so first of all, what are you doing? What are you doing? I know I'm quite bad at returning tags in time because it's hard. But I will do them, I promise. But for today I decided to do a Netflix book tag because I love Netflix and I love books. So it just seemed like a nice thing to do today. I have been tagged by the lovely Ashley from A Dash of Ash, and I love that girl. That girl is one of the reasons why I started BookTube. She just made it sound so welcoming. And if you haven't seen her channel yet, go ahead and do that. As per usual, I have not prepared for this one because and it's also a fourth video that I'm filming today, so bear with me. The first question is most recently watched. What's the last book that you finished? I've just done my wrap-up, so you probably know this, but the last book I finished was Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll because I haven't read that and I needed to read it before Heartless. And if you're wondering also, the last show on Netflix that I finished was Orphan Black, and this is the second time I've watched it because it's bloody amazing, and if you haven't watched it, do it because it's awesome. It's the best show out there, probably, for me at least. Alright, the second question is top picks. Pick a book that has been recommended to you because you liked another book. I think for this one I'm gonna go with Ready Player One. I actually think that's the only book recommended to me because I liked something else. It wasn't based on another book. I was just speaking on Instagram with somebody about the games that I like, and they said I should read this book. And I've heard about this book before, I just never picked it up. But I can't remember who I was speaking to, but somebody said that I should probably pick this one up. And so I did. The third question is recently added. What is the last book that you bought? During the last few months, I accumulated a lot of books. Since I bought those, I did a flash haul on those books, so if you haven't seen that already, you can, and I'll link it down below if I remember. So I'm currently on a little bit of a book buying ban. I did buy one book because after reading the first book in the series I just couldn't resist, and that is Gemini by Amy Kaufman and Jade because I mean I needed to know what's gonna happen. So number 4 is popular on Netflix. One book that you have read and one book that you haven't read of the books that everybody's speaking about. If I would name all the books that people are talking about that I haven't read, we would sit here for hours. So the book that I did read was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and also Akatar and Akamath. I read those as well, but I lent them, so I don't have them to show to you. And I haven't continued with the series just yet. It wasn't as good as Akamath so far, but I heard that it gets better. But the book that I have not read, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, but I will at some point, I promise. Don't hate me. Question number 5 is find a funny book. You know, I think the funniest book from my recent reads must be Illuminate, because both Katie and Ezra, who are the main characters here, they're so sarcastic. I just loved it. I thought it was funny. Did you guys think it was funny? Is Gemini as funny? Please tell me it's as funny, because I know it's different characters and I just don't wanna. Do you also get this thing where you like, I already invested in these characters, can I just please read about them a bit more and not just have to like be introduced to another set of them and, you know, start loving them at some point? It's just so much hassle. Number 6 is drama. Find a character that is either a drama queen or a drama king. You know, I think maybe Ambrose from The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, because he is a little bit of a drama queen. Yeah, I think he overreacts to everything and takes everything personally, and I think that's like 2 things that a drama queen should have. It's a king, but whatever. Or Catherine from 3 Dark Crowns, because I thought that girl just didn't like her very much. Animation, and find the book that has cartoons on its cover. I think that's the question. I'm not gonna go with my usual answer and say Saga, because everybody probably by now know that I love Saga. And most people who are into graphic novels are familiar with Fables, but Fable series actually have a female version of it, and that's Fairest. And my favorite one from the ones that I have, which I think I have all of them, is number 2, which is The Hidden Kingdom. If you're not familiar with this series, those are brilliant. It's just taking the characters from very well-known fairy tales and putting them in like a modern world, and they're not doing things that you would expect them to do. And I don't think the other side of this novel is very appropriate on YouTube to show, but it's amazing. So I really recommend this if you want to read something like that. But I'm not really sure if this counts because it's not really cartoons, but I bet this one will. And it's Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's also a graphic novel. It's a hardcover version with creator notes on the sides, and it's beautiful, and I love Avatar. If you haven't noticed from my huge plush Appa and the fact that one of my cats is called Momo, you know, what else do you need in life? I just really love it, and I really need to rewatch the episodes again because I haven't done this in like a while now. Next question is a book or series that you want to reread. I mean, always. Number 8 is documentaries. Find a non-fiction book that you would recommend to everyone. Boy, this is gonna be quite a weird one, but in my opinion, although I am very much biased, the book of my choice would be Adult Clinical Psychology. This is so bloody heavy. It's all about the evidence-based practice approaches to the mental illness. Obviously, since I graduated in psychology, I have a specific interest in these sort of things, but I just think everybody should be aware of these situations, and whilst this goes into a lot of detail of how to approach dealing with the said mental illnesses, it also has very clear descriptions, and it outlines it very clearly of how, you know, the history of mental illness, and it's just very well written, very non-biased approach to all the mental illnesses. And I feel like, you know, everybody knows that you're supposed to take paracetamol or what to do if you have a bad cough. Like, a lot of people will tell you and give you an advice of what to do in those situations, and I feel like, why should a depressive mood or an anxiety attack be different? If you faint in public, people will approach you and do something about it. If you have a panic attack in public, you know, people stare at you because they don't know what to do. I just think it's so important to know at least something about it. Maybe not this much. I just thought this was the clearest book about it. The next question is action. Pick an action and adventure packed book. You know what, for this one I'm actually gonna say The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, because probably more The Hobbit. Can you see how destroyed these are? New releases, so that's a book that's about to come out or the book that recently came out that you're really excited to read. I mean, gosh, there's so many, and I'm not really sure if this even counts, but Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. You know why I say if I don't know if this counts is because I haven't read the first one yet, but I am so over the moon and excited about these because everybody seems to bloody love them, and they're gorgeous books and they're hardcovers, and I just want to read them and sleep with them and carry the babies of these books. Because I don't know, sometimes you just get that feeling that you're gonna love the series, and like, I have not once had that feeling not come true, so I'm just really looking forward to this. I thought it was a really fun tag, so thank you again, Ashley, for tagging me, and in turn I'm gonna tag a few people to do this tag if they wish to do it. So first off is Clara from Clara Reads Books. That girl is so fun to watch, and she's just amazing, and she's so natural in front of a camera. I just love it. Then there's Anna from The Baked Book, Jade from JD Ray Reads. I think I said that correctly. It's also Ben from Ben Sanders, and Emma from Miss May Reads a Lot. Hope you enjoyed this tag, guys, and I hope you guys are gonna do it. And if you weren't tagged but you still want to do it, go ahead, you're tagged. I also want to ask, what is your favorite Netflix show or just like a TV show in general, because I am looking for a new one to just like, you know, relax and watch while I eat. That's what I like to do. Eat. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I actually said it correctly. First of all, this is very heavy. Are you ready to see the wrapping tissue? Because that's what you're gonna see. Ta-da! Every single time. Do I never learn? That is correct. I never learn.